Good day, my subscribers and all Nigerian citizens. Yes, it is a pleasure to have you guys once again. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is Naija Unfiltered with Charlie. Yes, here we discuss politics as it affects the lives of every Nigerian. But quickly, let us dive into the matter on ground today. There is a lot to talk about today, and we have a very, very huge update coming up. But quickly, let's start. I think today makes it exactly 12 days since the kidnap of over 300 pupils in Niger State. Yes, it is a sad one, and I think by now I thought we should have gotten the girls back, but it is so sad that they were kidnapped on the 21st of November 2025, and today makes it exactly 12 days. But the shocking part for me is the fact that we had the National Security Advisor go and you know meet up with the parents and the community at large over the incident. And this is he said a statement that broke my heart. He said a statement that broke my heart. But quickly before I read that, let's go to People's Gazette and see what they had to say about what Nuhu Ribadu said, National Security Advisor. During the meeting, Ribadu told the parents that the children are doing fine and will be back soon, stressing that the federal government's effort had heightened to ensure their safe return. Look at the adjectives being used. Okay, let's further go on. National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu has assured parents of over 300 kidnapped pupils and staff of St. Mary Catholic Primary School in Niger State that children are doing fine and will be back soon. As the federal government intensifies efforts to secure their release, the pupils and staff were adopted on Friday, November 2021 in Papari, Wari government area of Niger State. Ribadu gave assurance on Monday during the meeting with the Catholic Bishop of Katangora Diocese, Most Reverend Bulus Joanna, parents of the victims, officials of Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) at the St. Michael's Catholic Cathedral in Katangora. The adjectives being used here is what pisses me off, that the children are doing fine and will be back soon. You will think, if you hear this statement, you will think they went for an excursion. The kids are doing fine. 300 pupils are doing fine. Pupils is primary school. We're not even looking at one to be kidnapped is a different ballgame. We're looking at kids of primary school category and nursery school, but they are doing fine and will be back soon. Those are the adjectives that he, in all his wisdom, thought to use in such a critical time. I have earlier called for his sack, because you cannot tell me you're this national security advisor and then we're having this level of this level of chaos in the country, attacks here and there. It is so painful. Now, there are two things to it. Some would argue that yes, after all, he went and met with the parents. Very fine. That's a lovely one. I think it's good that they went and discussed and to show concern that yes, we actually care about these kids. But when you go there, you don't now open your mouth and wow. No. As a security advisor, there are terms you should use. That the kids are doing fine. If will his own kid be doing fine there? Would he feel all right if his kids were there and they are doing fine, in quotes? I think we have to go back to the drawing board. Because one thing I just realized now that hits me so bad is that there is no value for lives here. We are talking about 300 kids that, whether we like it or not, this kidnap will affect their mental health for life. They would never remain the same, no matter how you want to paint it. They've seen guns at that age. They've seen dead bodies at that age, pupils within the range of 16. I think the biggest child there was barely, also a kid. They've seen death. They've seen everything flash before their eyes as kids. And you tell me they are doing fine. It is, I try to overlook some of these things, but when you look at it deeply, it now comes to, you wonder how these guys sleep at night. Because you cannot use that kind of statement for where they kidnap 300 girls and you tell me that the president is angry. His statement was a very long. It was a very long statement. For me, everything looked the same because you are telling me that the president shows concern. Fine and good that the president did not travel because he showed concern. That's why he did not travel. So he shows concern, and of all the concern, 21 days after, the kids are not back. They'll be back soon. Soon is not a time frame, sir. Soon is not a time frame. 10 years to come is soon. That's the truth. It is not a time frame. They give a specific time frame. We had soon. Bring back our girls when the Chibok girls happen. How many years old now? Those kids are all married off already. So soon is not a time frame. And let's just quickly leave this one because there's still another big issue coming up in front. I think the second one has to be the one that breaks the camel's back. Yeah, that's it. Because it is no longer news that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has just sent a 35-man ambassadorial nominees to the Senate. It is a good one because it has taken us over 2 years for a country that, in quote, and a president that wants to hit the ground running from day one, to have ambassadors in different parts of the country. So 2 years after, he has just sent this 35-man list to the Senate. But the shocking thing is the names that made the list. That is where we have the concern. Yes, a lot of ambassadors are on the list, formal ambassadors and all that. But quickly, I would give you 5 names that just appeared on the list, and you would know that, man, are we going to say bright, or is this just some form of compensation? What the first name on that list has to be Mahmoud Yakubu. Yes, you heard it right. The former INEC chairman that spearheaded what is considered one of the worst elections in the history of Nigeria. Mahmoud Yakubu has just been blessed. He has just been given a tap on the back saying, yes, well done, son. You did the right thing. He's going to be an ambassador very soon for what he did by announcing result at night, announcing the worst kind of result, announcing it is a shame. And other people in that list are the people that we call Hallelujah boys, the boys that are always drumming on the bandwagons. Reno Omokiri, Fani Kayode. I have 2 governors on that list as well. Oh wow! But I would tell you it just made the whole thing obvious that, oh, these guys are just trying to compensate people. Okezie Ipazo, and Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi. Yes, those are the people that made the list. But before I quickly discuss on the list, I would like us to watch a very short video from a vocal voice when it comes to the chaos that happened in Nigeria. A vocal voice from the obedience movement in person of Ile Farotimi. Hear what he has to say quickly.
Ambassadorial list came out, and what did you see? Yahoo Mahmoud, the one who declared election in the middle of the night and told all of you, go to court. They named him an ambassador just a little over 2 years after he supervised a fraudulent election. Look, justice must not only be done, it must be seen to have been done. This is a deliberate undermining of the electoral process. It should not be. It should not and could not be that we normalize evil such as this one, where persons who have occupied position of trust that they deliberately, wantonly breached to the knowledge and sight of everybody, and then they are rewarded politically, and it is okay. And you say that is not a failing state. How do you build institutions that endure when such nepotism, such brazen acts of corruption are rewarded by the persons who benefited from this evil? And you are not talking about the faith. Okay, so how do you have faith in that electoral process? So now, once you become INEC chairman, there is an ambassadorial position waiting afterwards. Is this what we are saying to ourselves? And we think it's not time to shout to those who are still capable of hearing that there is nothing right about this. How do you talk about a country when it doesn't even take itself serious enough to have ambassadors in foreign countries 2 years after a man had smuggled himself to power? You would imagine that a man with the master plan who grabbed this, snatched it, should have governance ready to run by day one, 2 years after. And this is the best that this system has done. Persons who have no business anywhere where sensible human beings are gathered, being appointed to go and represent Nigeria.
You don't see them now. At least we still have sane people. That's the only place I'm hinging on. We still have sane people. You cannot, compensate people with this kind of this. So technically, our institutions that are supposed to uphold a system, this is our system that we are trying to manage. When you have the institutions gone like this, there's no future again. And that's why I have problem. If the judiciary is compromised, if the police force is compromised, if the Senate the legislature is compromised, then that is gone. INEC is compromised. If you as an INEC chairman, if I do the bidding, once my term is over, I get to become an ambassador and keep enjoying. But then why don't you just do the needful? It is that bad. You take Reno or Mokiri as an ambassador. Do you think ambassadors mean representative of that country in another country? Reno Mokiri wants to represent Nigeria in another country. Does it sound well? Reno Mokiri. What would it? It means with the knowledge Nigerians have. So imagine you take Reno Mokiri to the US as an ambassador, where we have brainy Nigerians. Then when there's an issue, they would call Reno Mokiri as their ambassador. Hey! So it means what you're trying to say that the whole Nigerians there, we don't have brain. That's what you're trying to say. Reno Mokiri, Fani Kayode, the guys that have no dignity whatsoever. Yes, they have shown clearly, times without number, to be on the side of. They have shown clearly not to ever stand firm by their words. You cannot have Reno Mokiri say, hey, and in 10 years' time, you ask him, oh, you said this, you said, no, I not talk about. Not because, now, the thing is, you could change opinion out of knowledge you have, the new knowledge you have. But it's different when there is no new knowledge. The factors still remains the same. But you are changing because of physical, that is the kind of person Reno Mokiri is. Reno Mokiri was one of the people that blasted Buhari, Tinubu the most. But immediately, he saw that, we have to eat good. He started recounting all his words. And that's the person you want to make an ambassador. Fani Kayode, Mahmoud Yakubu. Hey! Man, I think we are in for a deep shit. But Nigerians, this is what we have right now. You tell me what you feel. And obviously, as more news are unfolding, I will come back here. We'll discuss it together. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell me what you feel about what the National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu had said to the girls, the parents of the pupils, and what the 35-man ambassadorial nominees mean to you. Does it sound, or am I hallucinating? Maybe I don't. Maybe at this point, maybe you would tell me if I'm not looking at it in the right way, because I feel like something is missing somewhere. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you again next time, guys. Thank you very much.